hey, listen to the Dharmalars. There's so much gold in it. I appreciate it, and I like it, and I think it's hilarious, and I love that it's out there. I love this show.
Previously on The Beatles. Remember when we used to play for 8 hours at the Cavern and how much fun that was? This is all well and good, but not here on Savile Row. I gotta take the lift to the lorry to the loo. Oh yeah, I think John will like that. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a lot like Around the Beatles. Oh, great. Yeah, great.
This is a serious message to everybody watching my update right now. I'm warning you with peace and love, but I have too much to do. Anyway, peace and love, peace and love.
Hey, man.
Did you see Ryan's text?
Yeah, I guess he doesn't like the Beatles that much.
Finally, we got him on record.
Yeah, but he's like the guy. I have questions that need to be answered. Like, is that the same Alan Parsons? I mean, hopefully Ryan can jump in here.
Ryan! Excusez-moi. Parlez-vous, Ryan? Merci beaucoup. Ryan! Anybody know Ryan? Ryan? You know a guy named Ryan?
He's not a lightsaber aficionado.
Chances are you already know it's a lightsaber.
Right. If someone made it to your room, they should know what a lightsaber is.
Right.
What's going on? Have you had anything new lately?
Came home from working a convention over the weekend, and my wife was watching The Last Man. I'm like, listen, whenever you get a chance, do it. And so I was like trying to be very clear without sounding like an asshole. Can you do me a favor? Take your time. This isn't life or death. Do they still teach Roman numerals?
We haven't encountered it yet.
Oh my God. Ryan just sent a text, and he said, this show is awful. And I said, just wait. I said, wait for the ending. It's perfection.
That's funny.
That's fun. Well, this episode 2, part 2, I loved it. Mostly because this episode, everyone seemed very happy.
Overarching theme of the first episode was things bad. And the overarching theme of this episode is things good.
This has to be the best documentary of the year. I love this.
No, exactly. And I mean, here's where we would need Ryan.
Ryan!
Oh, he almost seems like he doesn't know what he's doing. I can't win an Oscar for North by Northwest.
But you can not as a director.
I don't know, maybe in my younger days. I don't know if I would feel up to it now.
So this producer guy gave the idea of the rooftop, but you don't hear it. And then you get to see Paul's O face. And it's awesome.
It was so good.
And it's kind of perfect. Ringo is the only one to show up. Soon as he walks in, it definitely appears like he doesn't know what's going on.
Where is everybody?
It's such a funny thing.
So Ringo's there, and then someone's there with flowers for George Harrison. Like, delivery for George Harrison.
There's one Beatle you don't send flowers to at this moment. Like, read the room.
By the time we catch up with them in Apple, it seems like, okay, this is how they work. They come to work. They have a couple pieces of toast. They have those toast racks. We don't do that. We don't make like 5 or 6 pieces of toast and put it on a rack.
It makes more sense because when you stack toast like we do.
Yeah, too soggy. And they're all going to steam each other up.
Yeah, it's a thing.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
That's a thing. You just don't know it. Like the redheaded toast boy, he doesn't get a name. I didn't realize writing a Beatles song is more like sculpted. They don't sit down and just write a song. It doesn't seem like that. I mean, maybe sometimes.
They're all going. They're all doing their thing. And they're just jamming. These are all the sounds I can make. So let me play as many different things as I can with my voice and with my guitar as possible and find my favorite combination. Monotone and low and sad. And
clearly, Yoko said some shit. Yoko felt John was under attack and she felt compelled to protect him. John's an adult. If he wants to have her here, that's his thing. I would never tell him not to bring her. Oh, in 50 years, they're going to say Yoko broke up the band. And
yeah.
I mean, you're right, Paul. And I think that was the most awkward moment for me because I felt like Paul was trying to take something back by doing that. He was trying to, look how silly all this is, lads. This isn't us. This is just some jerk talking about us. I could see laughing about that. It's better than crying about it. Oh, and we gotta talk about Billy Preston.
Yeah, I have a question about it, but someone isn't here.
Anybody know a Ryan? It's Ryan!
Finally completing the song Get Back. This is how it's going to be. And Billy Preston comes in, does a couple things. The audio is perfect. It's the thing I know. Because I was like, yeah,
They needed a fifth instrument, and it's now Billy Preston's there, and he slots right in.
Oh, yeah, you guys need me. Here I am. Here it is. Okay, it's perfect. Oh, so good.
What if you went back in time? I think as a creative person, to learn when to stop asking that question.
Yeah.
It's time to lock in, get back, and work on another track.
Right. But man, it turned out good.
It did.
It really turned out good. Everything George wanted happened in this episode.
He's thinking, oh, I like the Beatles. I like being part of the Beatles.
They got Billy Preston. They got in the studio. George is playing. George is part of the conversation, and everyone's happy. I wish Ryan was here.
Ryan! Anybody know Ryan?
Because I'd like to ask about George's boots. Because I only have questions now on my notes. Oh, no, I have one note that's not a question, and it's driving me fucking insane. Big black blur behind the letters, and they also have an outline.
Which is fucked up.
And the combination between that...
And the shot.
And the words and the shots, and I was like, this is kind of eerie. It feels
I
like
don't want to be a part of this. But that was a tough conversation.
We will be right back after these messages from our sponsors. And we're back. And we were struggling, man. It's if you and him did a Green Lantern podcast without me. And I'm like, it's just not. It's like there's only so much we could talk about.
Yeah, that's actually kind of what I was hoping for the first episode. I didn't want to talk too much.
You're going to listen to the first half.
Have I?
And you're going to be, if you do, and you're going to be like, boy, what a waste of time, huh? While watching this Beatles thing, you can get up and go to the bathroom. You're not going to miss much, maybe. And we're 3 different levels of fan base.
Totally.
The thing is, I only know the surface stuff. I don't know the 50 years like you do. So it's cool. Like George's boots, were they made out of the Van Trapp family couch?
I believe they were. If you play I Beat Mine backwards, he talks about that.
It looks like Paul has a digital mouth.
I mean, I'm not going to say definitively whether there are or not, or if I read a lengthy article about no digital mouths or anything like that. So okay. I can't say definitively.
The thing that's funny about this whole conversation is that Paul explains to everybody in the movie about shooting in 16 millimeter and blowing it up and it looking bad. And I was like, oh my God, is Ryan like jizzing his pants right now because it's the Beatles talking about format and film format and
totally. I am totally. And the thing is, it almost feels like Glenn Johns. Oh, and they call him Glennis too. And I was like, oh, is Ralph jizzing his pants? Because he loves Glennis Johns so much.
And that's the thing is Ryan jizzing his pants right now?
Is Ralph jizzing his pants?
Is Ryan jizzing his pants right now?
Is Ralph jizzing his pants?
Is Ryan jizzing his pants right now?
Is Ralph jizzing his pants?
It's wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit.
I'm sick of those guys.
What the fuck were you talking about? Hog totally like disappears in the background, which is good. He stops talking about his goddamn nightlit tiki torch helicopter shot. They've had 2 pretty heinous weeks. I'm the producer, and you guys are turning out shit.
I don't like the black and white Beatles.
I think that's great. Apparently, Michael Lindsay Hogg thinks that Orson Welles is his dad. And the Beatles do not fucking pick up on it because they're totally fucking done with this guy.
So Peter Jackson made this documentary with found footage.
The figures being shown were satanic and devilish and all that. Very devilish. That narrative device was entirely fake.
Wool was pulled over eyes, whether it was intentional or not. It's fucking awesome. I think New Zealand got mad at him.
Either way, it was fascinating because it was like, okay, this can't be real. Yeah, and the funny thing about that song is the Seat Theme to Caveman, starring Barbara Bach and Ringo Starr.
Perfect casting.
Yes, absolutely.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
they're still married.
They are still married. Good for them.
That's great.
Why would Ringo marry anybody else? Dan Aykroyd, Donna Dixon syndrome. What else do you like? How much higher do you want to go?
There is one shot of a person.
Yes.
And the chyron says Alan Parsons.
Yes, that's him. Here's the thing. All this information is in my brain, but it's like some of this I haven't accessed in decades. So 5-necked pullover sweater, and Billy Preston would walk in and he'd sit in the front row, and that would be his request. As unethical as it is to hide a microphone in a plant Michael Lindsay Hogg, you piece of shit. I'm really glad that they had that. Is that like a piece of camembert, Ben? What is it? Ben just joined us.
They were out of camembert when I went to McDonald's. Supply chain issues.
Yeah, the pandemic. Other interesting thing is that he fathered Pete Best's half-brother, which might blow your mind.
After Pete got sacked, Neil put his mom in the sack. He made her Mona Best.
And she did. Mona Best.
Mommy couldn't swallow, so we're having a baby.
That's shit. No,
they're taking it to the extreme. It's very funny, and I probably didn't quote them exactly.
I can't watch it. It's so good. And it's not because I dislike it. It's because I like it so much. I can't watch it. It's so uncomfortable and so well executed, and just like
if he doesn't do this escape trick, his pants will come down and his penis and balls will come out, and he'll expose himself to children. And I'm going to expose myself to these children. I noticed that they sang in Scottish at one point, and that's for Seth.
How understanding were you as a 25-year-old?
I didn't even understand one Beatles conversation when I was 25.
This is true. I remember that. I remember talking about that.
That's a callback.
Is there a hologram of Eddie Izzard?
In the world?
in Ocean's 12.
I don't remember enough to tell you whether or not there actually is a hologram of Eddie Izzard in that.
For everybody listening, Ringo is the Beatles. I hope they push him off the roof in the next episode.
Spoilers. Push him off of where?
At this point, we don't know if the roof will support the Beatles.
That's right.
I have a hunch that it will.
Let's deuce out, guys. You know what? It's a long episode, but it's because we watched a long episode.
It's a long and winding episode.
All right, I guess see you around the clubs.
See you around the clubs, guys.
Yeah, see you around the clubs.